Nigga wanna see me fall. Stephen Curry, how I ball. Gosha garments and a white 3 on my body. I'm an icon, man. Damn, a girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz. Niggas say they.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JR, and I'm back again with another PUBG video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some of the best weapons that you can use that will give you better recoil control. So if you're new to the game, this video should definitely help you because there are quite a few different weapons that you can find within PUBG. Some have better recoil control than others, so I'm going to get right into that just by using training mode. Just real quick, I just want to say thank you guys so much for helping me hit 400 subs. I'm actually at 414 right now, so if you're new, please hit that sub button. I'm trying to reach my current goal of 1K. Hit that like button, see if we can get this video to 20 likes. You guys helped me get my last video to 10. So thank you guys so much. Just smash that like button if you see this video. It's free, and it really helps me out. And just leave me a comment and let me know if you like any of the weapons that I'm about to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys, the best weapons for, recoil control. May even throw some attachments in there as well, just to kind of give you guys, some help on what you should use. But yeah, man, let's just get right into the video here. All right, so in this video, I'm just going to be going over ARs and SMGs. I'm not really going to get into the sniper rifles. I probably will make a video over them. It really depends on how well you guys like this video. But yeah, man, so if you're new to the game and you can tell that there's a lot of recoil, the two best guns that you can use for just being able to control your gun is a M4 or a UMP. So I mean, even without attachments on an M4, it's still going to bounce around a lot. But especially, if you put a red dot on there, you're going to be able to control it a lot better than any other gun. I mean, that's just my opinion, but the M4 is probably the most popular gun on the game. And then you have the UMP as well. I'd say this is, for most people, I'd say this is probably the second most popular gun on the game, because without any attachments, I mean, you can see there's hardly any recoil whatsoever. So it is a really good one, and with attachments, I mean, these guns really become lasers. So I did a whole grip guide, and I'll link that at the end of the video in case you guys didn't see it, over every single grip. So I'm not going to get into that as much, but in my opinion, the vertical grip is by far the best grip that you can use, but other grips will help you as well. But for this example, I'm just going to be showing you guys. So with the UMP, you can use a vert grip, and then you have your compensator for SMG, and then for the M4, what can make this gun a real laser is when you attach a tack stock, and then you have a comp, and then you have your vert grip as well. So the vert grip, you can just tell it controls your recoil vertically up and down, which is generally where you get your most recoil from. So that's what makes this grip so deadly. So even if you just have one attachment for either of these guns, you're still good. But having all three for the M4, I mean, it basically just makes it a laser, man. I mean, I can barely push down on the stick, and you can see I'm able to control my recoil so much better. I also made a video over recoil control. If you haven't seen that, I'll link that at the end of the video as well. But yeah, you can just see how much better the recoil is. So you can just keep that in mind. The M4 is definitely deadly when decked out. And even if you can't find a comp, most people don't know this, but even if you use like a flash hider or a silencer, that will also reduce your recoil as well. Not as much as a comp would, but even if you see a flash hider, put that on your gun. It's going to help control your recoil as well. And then with the UMP, pretty much the same thing. I actually went down too far. I mean, you barely even had to push down on your stick right here, because you can see it's hardly moving, and I'm not even pushing down on my stick. So that's really crazy. I mean, I would almost say the UMP has better recoil control than the M4 does, especially with these two attachments. That's deadly. And then the good thing about the UMP is you can even hip fire from far away, and you're not going. I mean, you're going to get bullet spread, but it's not going to be as bad. So you can do that with the UMP as well. That makes it pretty deadly. Like I've seen my teammates kill people by doing this from this distance where this truck is at. So the M4 is not as good for that, but you can still do it as well, especially with attachments. With there is going to be more recoil control for that. So those are two extremely good weapons that you can use. That's going to help you, you know, have better aim. I mean, that's just how it is. These weapons may not be as strong, but the M4 is by far my favorite gun on the game, and then the UMP is definitely in second. Whenever you see my stream, that's generally what I use. And the good thing about the M4 is it's one of the two guns that can take a stock. So that's what makes this gun a laser, just because, and it's an AR, so of course it does more damage as well. I mean, you can compare the two. You can see that the M4 right here is going to have more power, range, fire rate, stability, but the UMP is still deadly as well. It has more stability, but the recoil control of UMP is crazy, so just keep that in mind. So now I'm just going to show you some other guns and attachments that you can use that will also reduce recoil but give you more damage. Alright, so for this next example, I don't really know how I feel about either one of these weapons. We have the Vector and the Beryl. Let me know what you guys think. The Vector, to me, it is deadly and it's hella accurate. So you can see with no attachments, not even the extended mag, you know, it's got some recoil, but it's hard to really kill, you know, unless you have a really good shot. Sometimes it's hard to, you know, kill people with 13 bullets. So with the Vector, some really good attachments, and this is the other gun that takes the tac stock. So if you have a tac stock, your extended mag, and your comp, and then a vertical grip as well, I mean, this gun basically turns into a laser as well, and it's, you know, it's extremely deadly. So you can see there's hardly any recoil at all, and with this gun, it shoots extremely fast, so that's what makes it so deadly, especially if you run up on somebody. If you're able to get your shots off and be accurate, then you can definitely wipe people out with this gun. So you'll see again, there's hardly any recoil whatsoever with this gun with all of the attachments. You know, it's kind of a love-hate relationship with the Vector for me. I use it sometimes, but it's not really a gun that I generally go to. Next we have the Beryl, and keep in mind both these guns can be put on burst, and you can use that for recoil control as well. I never do this, but I mean, if you have somebody that's, you know, kind of far or even up close, if you're able to spray it, then it could be effective, but it's not something that I generally do. So yeah, with the Beryl being on automatic, this gun has, you know, so much recoil. You can see right there. But this is a gun that I generally like, if I can get the attachments for it. Because even myself, whenever I'm aiming at somebody, I struggle to control the recoil, because you can see it's just bouncing everywhere. So what you need for this gun, you need your comp and you need your vert grip. If you can find those two with this gun, I mean, it basically turns it into a laser. You can kill people extremely quick because it takes 7.62 and it's extremely powerful. With these two attachments, you can get your shots off and then control the recoil somewhat, and this will do a lot of damage. So those are two weapons that I wanted to put in this video as well, just to tell you guys about. I think I'm gonna go over two more as well that you can use, and then give you guys some different ideas as well. Alright, so for this next example, I'm using an AK and a SCAR. The SCAR is one of my favorite guns in the game, but I don't generally play the bigger maps as much, so I don't really get to use it that much. And then we have the AK as well, which I like a lot. So with the AK, it's pretty much like the Beryl. It has a lot of recoil, but it's deadly if you're able to control it. So that's without any attachments. You can kind of see, you know, kind of a lot of recoil right now. Then you have the SCAR. It's a 5.6 gun. You know, it's a little bit easier to control, and like I said, it's one of my favorite weapons. I use it every chance I get, just because. But attachments make your gun so much better. So on the AK, the only thing that you can put on there is a front end attachment, like a silencer, comp, or flash hider. But with the comp, it helps the AK out a lot. Like I will run this a lot. I don't like using the same gun over and over again, but if you are able to do that, then that can really help you get to know your weapon. But I like mixing it up just because it gets kind of boring using the same gun over and over again. But yeah, with this comp, you can see like I'm able to control the recoil a lot better. So that's always an option that you can use. And with the SCAR, you know, pretty much you can put a comp on there and a vert grip, just whatever you can get. I know that this isn't always an option, but I'm just using it as an example. Grips and flash hider or silencer will really help your gun out. So you can see whenever I put the comp on there and the vert grip, you know, I'm able to control the recoil so much better. And you know, keep in mind I'm spraying right here, and you're not always going to have to spray like this at an enemy. You're just going to have to lock on and hit them, you know, a few shots and they're dead. So those are just some ideas that you can use that's going to help you control your recoil. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk over to the gun table over here and just go over what the recoil would be like for each gun, and just give you some ideas on, you know, the types of attachments that you can use with them. Alright, so I'm going to try to do this, you know, pretty quickly. The mini Uzi and the Tommy gun, that's generally weapons that you would just use in the beginning of the match. I have heard that the micro Uzi with the correct attachments can be deadly. And the Tommy gun, if you get extended mag for it, those are SMGs. It can fire 40 rounds, I believe. So those are good for up close encounters, but not generally weapons that I would, you know, use the whole entire time. The DP38, it's not one that I ever really use. It's only on the first 2 maps, but if you lay down with it, you know, it has the like holder, the little things that will make the gun stand up, and that gives you a lot of recoil control, so you can keep that in mind. The M249 is a crate gun. I use this every chance I get. It's a machine gun as well. The recoil on it is not bad at all, so it's really good. The M16, I never use this unless I have to. I don't use it as my primary assault rifle, but only as a sniper. It's a single fire or 3-round burst. I know they recently nerfed it, and it's not one that I primarily like, but with a scope it can be deadly because it has no recoil. The Graza, that's a crate weapon. I use this gun every chance I get, but I don't generally get to use it a whole lot because, like I said, it is rare. The recoil on it is not as bad either. It's a 7.6 gun, so you can keep that in mind as well. The AUG, same thing. It's a 5.6 crate weapon, super deadly. I use it every chance I get. The QBZ I hate, but like I said, this is our personal preference. Even with a comp and a grip, it's not one that I like. I feel like the recoil control in it is crazy. So it's not really a weapon that I generally like. But like I said, give all these weapons a try, and you may like a weapon over what I choose, but this is just what I recommend based on just overall recoil control. I believe that's every weapon. These are all the snipers. Like I said, I may make a video on it at some point. And we went over the Beryl. So yeah, man, that's basically every weapon that you can use for an AR, or your SMGs as well. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, just let me know if you have any personal preference on. Let me know what your favorite types of guns are. I'd love to hear back. But thank you guys so much. Till next time, peace.